there are women that are going through God knows what with all these men, whether they have money or not. So the only difference is that the men with money get away with shit. Like, even if I was going to be adventurous, I would keep it on land. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Timmy. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you like it here and decide to stay by hitting the subscribe button. And if this is not your first time, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about men with money. Such a random topic, I know, but I have been inspired to talk about this because of two stories that have been making the rounds lately. So the first one is Davido's current scandal, and the second is the Submersible. So let's talk about it. Just in case you don't know who Davido is, let me give you a quick rundown. He is a Nigerian super mega star. He's one of the big three. I'm going to put them here in case you don't know who the big three are. He has been in a long-term relationship with someone called Chioma. They unfortunately lost a child last year, and it was really sad. Honestly, as a parent, it's not something that you want to even imagine. So I deeply sympathize with them. They lost a 3-year-old. He drowned in their pool at home. Understandably, once that happened, they were off the grid for a while. Apparently, they got married in that time. He was working on a new album, which is out now, which has been out for a while, and is doing very well. They seem to be doing well. Obviously, fans are all happy for him because everything seems to be going well after this huge tragedy they've been through. Everything seems to be going well for Davido, and then this story breaks from this American woman who comes forward and says she's pregnant for him. She's been in a relationship with him. She doesn't want anything from him, but she just, she's on her stories taking a pregnancy test and telling everybody, with screenshots and all the receipts, like, I was in a relationship with this guy. I didn't know he was married, but blah blah blah, I'm pregnant. That was, at the end of the day, that was what she was trying to tell everybody. Apparently there's another one. I don't know, I'm not sure about this one, but apparently there's another woman who's pregnant for him in France, I think. But yeah, the main one I'm talking about is Anita. Then we come to find that they actually have been in a long-term relationship. He actually sang about her. So in the song Assurance, the song he sang for Chioma, he had mentioned Anita. It was like, call Anita, tell her to stay far away because he's not doing anymore, that kind of thing. So obviously they've been, I think since 2017 or something like that, they've been in a relationship for a while, and then now she's pregnant. I don't blame her. I wouldn't do what she did, but it's not her fault that, whatever is going on in their marriage. She wasn't at their wedding. I think this might be a bit controversial, I don't know, but that's my honest opinion. She wasn't at their wedding. She is outside of their union. Of course, it's not right to, if you see people in a marriage, obviously don't find your way in between that. But I don't know her. I don't, like, David is the one who owes his wife loyalty. She claims she didn't know he was married. I mean, even if you see someone in a relationship, it's best to steer clear. If you see someone in a marriage, better to stay even clearer. Honestly, she owes him nothing. David is the one who owes his wife everything. Like, he is the one who promised her to be faithful and to stand by her and to protect her and, all of that. And he is the one who cheated on her. So I honestly, in my opinion, Anita is not who we should be talking to or talking about. And that's really what I wanted to talk about, Davido's fans and just people in general. The truth is that all men do this. All men do this. Whether you have money or you don't have money, there are men that are cheating on women. There are women that are going through God knows what with all these men, whether they have money or not. So the only difference is that the men with money get away with shit. They are supported by people. They're supported by their fans. And yeah, just people making excuses for them. I've seen people like bashing Anita, like, oh, you are a husband snatcher, you are wrecking someone's home and all of that. It has nothing to do with her, really. It really is between Davido and Chioma. So yeah, and I really feel like women need to be supported and protected instead of being blamed for things that men are responsible for. I will say that the blame is equal when it comes to the pregnancy, but the blame is entirely Davido's when it comes to loyalty to his wife. At the end of the day, she's pregnant now, it's all out, and she's not doing anything wrong by saying it, because a man got her pregnant and she's living her life and keeping the baby, and I can't fault her for that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think men with money, we as a society need to stop blindly supporting them and just, you know, allowing them to get away with shit. He's at the peak of his career. He has the world at his feet. He has a lot of money. He has a lot of influence. And I'm not going to say they shouldn't have gotten married, but honestly, maybe he shouldn't have, because the truth is, at this stage in his life, I don't think he's ready to settle down. I do wish Chioma the best. I hope that she, you know, recovers from all of this and, you know, finds her way to peace and happiness, whether that's with him or without him. So the next story I'm going to talk about is the Oceangate Submersible. It cost $250,000 for people who wanted to go to the bottom of the ocean to have a look at the Titanic, and not even face to face, not even like it was through a screen or something. I'm not sure of the details, but it sounds ridiculous to me. A life is a life, and I really do sympathize with the people who lost their lives. Human nature, we all like to explore. I'm not an explorer, honestly. Skydiving and all of these things don't appeal to me. I would much rather play it safe and first of all, like, even if I was going to be adventurous, I would keep it on land. But to actually dive into water, not snorkeling or anything normal, but then to go thousands and thousands of feet underwater, where basically how they died was they imploded. They literally went to a point where the pressure was too much and they imploded. There were 5 men. One was with his son, and that's the one I feel the most sorry for, because apparently he went for Father's Day. He didn't really want to go, but he just went with his dad just because, and he lost his life. I thought that was really sad. I think he was 17, he was a student, and yeah, I feel most sad for him. But everybody really, nobody should die that way. It really sounds horrific to me. But this is the thing, men with money get to do anything, and the more money you have, the more ridiculous the things that they do are. Apparently it had been tested a few times and it had been successful a few times, so I guess they had looked at that track record and thought, okay, you know, it should be safe, let's do it. But unfortunately it didn't end well for them. On the coast of Greece, migrants from, I think, Pakistan, India, Egypt, Syria, and Afghanistan all died. I think there were about 700 of them, and apparently the Greece authority actually knew about it, knew when they had engine failure and all of that, and did nothing about it. They literally watched them drown. And to me, I feel like a human life is a human life. Yes, they were doing the wrong thing. For whatever reason, they had to leave their country because of war, you know, poverty, whatever it was, that whatever made them have to leave their countries or flee from their countries to look for a better life in Europe. I mean, this happens all the time. It's not legal, but obviously they have a good reason, because it's a life or death situation. Nobody wants to be in that situation where you have to, you know, travel in, you know, inhumane conditions. I'm sure they had no water, no food, or limited to flee from a country. So obviously things are really bad from where you're coming from. So I think it's wrong for people to just stand by and let 700 people, a lot of them being women and children, just letting them die just because because they have no money. The attention and the amount of press coverage that these 5 men who have so much money that they were able to afford a $250,000 trip to go and see the ruins of the Titanic, you know, they die, and then 700 people who are trying to look for a better life for themselves and for their children gets little to no media coverage, and nobody really cares. Nobody cares. I think that people are just very fascinated with the life that rich people live, and the fact that you're able to spend $250,000 on a trip. Yeah, I think that's obviously what made this story a bit more intriguing, but honestly, 700 people died because they were trying to look for a better life for themselves. I guess that's boring, you know. Unfortunately, that's the way we are. We do not give much attention to such stories, and yeah, I think that's a problem as human beings. So I'd like to end this video by saying money isn't everything. When it comes to celebrities, we can admire their work, but they're still people just like us. Like, don't follow them blindly, don't agree with things that they do, don't defend them just because of where they are in life. Money doesn't buy character, and money certainly doesn't buy life. Everyone who lost their lives, every single person who lost their lives, rest in perfect peace. I wish Chioma the very best, and as a mother, I wish Anita the best as well. At the end of the day, she's about to be a mother to whoever's child it is. I wish her all the best as a mother. All right, so that's it. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.